From West Africa region to the eastern part of the continent, and in spite of the deployment of additional police officers in the Tana Delta southeast of Kenya, where a 3-week conflict resulted in the death of more than 100 people, thousands continue to flee the area. And as CCTV reporter Ken Mijungu explained, one village remained closed to the rest of the world.
In the Tana River Delta, Kenya, where weeks of violent conflict has left villages permanently scarred, we meet a group of men from Ozi. Ozi is one of the worst hit areas in the Delta, where hundreds have fled in the wake of the violence. The village remains deserted and only a few people remain to protect the property left behind. This is an all-men village, the women and children having left for safer areas outside the Delta. This village has also been blacklisted as a training ground for the armed raiders from the Pokomo ethnic group, but the inhabitants here deny any involvement in the ongoing feud.
This village is entirely inhabited by the Pokomo. This is our forest and we have no neighbors from other ethnic groups. And so I don't understand why they would say we are attacking people who don't even live here.
Becha Lulu, the self-appointed Ozi spokesman and one of the few men here who agrees to speak to us, tells us of a village now cut out completely from the rest of the Delta, with no means of transport to and from the village, no food stores and poor communication. They depend entirely on fruits from their farms.
War is an enemy of development. So I would urge those villagers feuding to sit down and talk in order to find a solution.
Ozi is one of the areas targeted by the police operation that began a few days ago that targets offensive weapons and criminals involved in the attack in the neighboring villages inhabited by the Ormas. The General Service Police are strategizing on how to invade this village they say is very hostile.
How we are going to do it, we cannot say how we are going to do it, but you'll see what being done.
But they didn't begin in Ozi, but have deployed in most parts of the Delta, including Semikaru. This is perhaps one of the last villages to be attacked here in the lower Tana Delta. Right behind me, less than 100 meters away, is a hospital that also acts as a police post. Now, during that fateful morning, when the raiders came, they fired in the air to scare away and contain the policemen in the village. In this village alone, more than 4 people lost their lives. Already the security personnel have taken over almost all inches of the